Alright guys, it's the evil drummer. She's trying to fire me from being your host, so here goes episode 9. Here it goes.
It's funny. Really? No. Really? No. Really? Okay. What are you doing? Would you care to tell me what the hell you're doing? Okay. You're making me mad. First of all, it's a good thing I have my glasses I wore in my very first episode, my Jennifer Kennedy Hello Quilts video. Yes, I wore these. They are expensive. I got them from a thrift store for $2, and they have rhinestones and one's missing, but honestly, okay. So I'm running Iferland, and today is a special day, and I'm going to make another video, not this one, because this is like Big Brother style. This is his episode. He does, my husband has his little episodes. Go ahead and say hi, Jeff. He's the king of Freeland. Speak, Jeff. Jeff, you're not a dog. I'm just telling you to say hi to your friends. You have a kingdom of 956 people, and I'm adding to it. Would you care to speak to them? Please?
It's me, everyone, the evil drummer.
You sound like you were annoyed. Tell them your wish for them in this room and what you want for the room. Pass that under the table.
Well, I think some of your fans would like to know a little more about you.
Well, give me a light and I'll tell them. Okay, give me a light, I'll tell them.
Maybe you could tell them.
I can tell them why I opened Freeland today. Because I showed that Barbie video. Because you were being, you were telling me to pick up my bangles from over there. And you were complaining. You said, you're like a child. You don't pick your things up. And I am very much like a child. Yeah.
Well, look right there.
Yeah, look right there.
That is a oven with
we don't use
bracelets.
The oven. Look, we don't use the oven.
Ready to cook bracelets.
We don't cook in here.
Ready to cook.
This was sent
thermal
to me,
heat tote bag.
This was sent to me from an Indian school who people love me there. And this is the Book of Mormon that basically I can open to any page and it'll tell you to leave me alone.
Is that the thing they call Blue Book?
That's the thing some people call whatever they want, but I call it my Native American. Like there's Star Wars, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. This is Part 3, where he came to America and taught the Americans. And I'm not allowed to smoke, according to the Book of Mormon. But I'm smoking. But that doesn't mean that I can't teach people about the Book of Mormon. Because I've been a Mormon since I was 19.
Could you count to 11 and turn to anything and read it?
Why?
Just 11.
Okay, I'll do it.
I think someone's here in your yard, Queen. There's your son out there, jumping on a trampoline.
Okay, I'll count to 11 and turn to a page. Is that what you want?
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do this yourself because you know that I'm special power.
Bracelets everywhere. Just can't believe it.
And you know when I give one of those to somebody in a bar, they love me because they'd never seen me before and I got all these arm bangles on and I just look like Rainbow Bright or something and I'm like, hi! And they smile at me and they want me to like them, I can tell, and they want me to, I feel their love and it glows and I give them an arm bangle and I say, I love you. And I smile and I walk away. It's really cool. And it's a lot like that with the puff quilts. So I will count to 11 and I will read as you told me to. Because yesterday...
The Blue Book, correct?
It is the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ.
Zoom in on this here. It does say the Book of Mormon. Why does it look kind of black though? I mean, I know it's blue.
Did I publish this book? I'm not saying judge a book up by its cover.
Should it be called the Deep Dark Blue
Should
Book?
it be called exactly what it says? Now, stop asking me questions about my book. Let me explain my book.
Alright. Take over, Queen.
This is my Native American book. And I flip it open to any page if I have a question. And I did. I said, Elton John, The Retreat, Utah. And behold, my brethren, I would ask you, have you read the scriptures? If you have, how can you disbelieve the Son of God? I turned to that. And that's the piece of cloth I was using for that day for that quilt. And then I asked, January, day after Mommy died. Men are called as high priests because of their exceedingly faith in good works. They are to teach the commandments. Through righteousness they are sanctified into their... And there's the big M word that the men have, the priesthood. I would ordain priests, and this is sad for me. I know that I'm supposed to. Since my father died, I knew that as soon as they showed up the day of his death, I did not know he died like right after they left. And I was 34, and it took me a year to believe in it. And it's only because I wanted to give them free quilts. And then, see another one I asked. Mommy, Wednesday. She must have still been alive. Yeah, and fine. Their wars never did cease, space of many years, and the Lamanites notwithstanding. Now they were sorry to take up arms against the Lamanites, that's the Native Americans, because they did not delight in the shedding of blood. Yea, and this was not all. They were sorry to be the means of sending so many of their brethren out of this world into the eternal world, unprepared to meet their God. Shemad. Nevertheless, they could not suffer and lay down their lives, that their wives and their children should be massacred by the barbarous cruelty of those who were once their brethren, yea, and had descended from the church, and had left them, and had gone to destroy them by destroying the Lamanites. One day, the missionaries acted strange and distant, and I asked them a lot of questions, and Elder Texas gave me showed me the Book of Mormon, and he said, this is all I can give you. And so I opened it, and it said, neither did they receive any unto baptism, so they carry forth this broken heart and contrite spirit and witness unto the church that they truly repented of their sins. Save they took upon themselves the name of Christ. They have been received into baptism. Did that when I was 19, cleansed by the power, did all that. Watchful in prayer, relying on those merits of Christ. This is the problem. And the church did meet oft to fast and pray and to speak. That was the problem. I wasn't meeting with them at church because I have Asperger's, and I fear places, especially places where I must be very still and not stand out, and that's not possible for me. So I go to church to drop off puff quilts when I can. So I'd like to think I'm doing a lot for the missionaries. Why can't I stop quilting for missionaries? I asked myself that. And it was the index. And it was the word faithful. I've never been faithful. Except to my family. One man ever. And faithful to love. If I've loved you, I always love you. I always will.